All right, Patriots, what you're about to hear proves what we've been saying all along. Trump's influence extends far beyond our borders. In a stunning development, Mexico's president has completely reversed course, now agreeing to serve as a deportation hub for migrants, including non-Mexicans. But that's not all. Greenland's prime minister just called for independence from Denmark right after Trump renewed his interest in the territory. And while Honduras threatens to expel U.S. military bases, seasoned observers know a bluff when they see one. The global chess pieces are moving, and Trump hasn't even retaken office yet. Now, folks, you all know that the cost of food has skyrocketed. With these global shifts in Trump's favor, we're seeing how interconnected the world really is. Just like international cooperation is crucial, so is our natural food chain and the importance of our bee population in maintaining it. The Patriots at Patriot Bee Best understand this critical issue and have created an educational online digest to solve the challenges facing American bees. For less than 17 cents a day, you can support this American veteran-owned business and help preserve our food security. Visit patriotbeebest.com now. Use promo code NEXTNEWS for 25% off your subscription. Okay, so here it is. Mexico's president caving into Trump's deportation plan after opposing it. She now declares Mexico will serve as a deportation hub for migrants, including non-Mexicans. This shift solidifies Trump's strategy and redefines the U.S.-Mexico dynamic. Here she is. Now, I want to point out that we did run this through a system that translates the voice so you can actually hear what she says.
President Trump has talked about mass deportations. Of course, we do not agree with that, and that's why we always defend. We are not in favor of these deportations, but if they do happen, because not everything depends on what we decide, we will welcome the Mexican men and women who arrive in our country. And we will request the U.S. to, as much as possible, send migrants who are not from Mexico back to their countries of origin. And if not, we can collaborate through various mechanisms. There will be a time to talk with the U.S. government if these deportations really happen, but we will welcome them here, and we will welcome them, and we have a plan that I said yesterday we would present at the right time.
Oh, Mexico realizes there is a new boss in town. Byron Donalds, what's about to happen in Washington is something you haven't seen in a while. President who already did the job well. A Congress ready to pass his agenda. We have a serious mess to clean up, a mandate to fix. The team is now in place, and we're going to move quickly.
Senate. What we're going into right now is with now President Trump going to be inaugurated, frankly, in about a little over a week and a half, is you're going to see something in Washington you probably haven't seen much before. You have a chief executive who clearly knows what needs to occur in that job. And also you have a Congress, both House and Senate, that is committed to that agenda. So I anticipate we're going to move very, very fast. We're going to be working with President Trump and his White House team here in the House, as well as the Senate, in order to get that accomplished.
Oh, it's happening, friends. Here's Greenland's prime minister calling for independence from Denmark as Donald Trump ramps up his calls for acquiring the territory. Listen to this.
Our strong here in Greenland, we need to have some growth. We need to have some economic growth and diversify our economy. And of course, we welcome our strong partners, like-minded nations as first. But if they don't invest, there's a lot of companies who also want to invest in this country.
Donald Trump's ready to invest. He's about to pay cash. Here is Brick Suit with his hat. Make Greenland great again. ALX posting this headline from the Hill. Greenland Prime Minister announced a desire to obtain independence from Denmark in the wake of President-elect Trump's comments about buying the island territory. The Hill publishing this. Greenland leader calls for independence from Denmark as Trump enters. Who would have thought? I mean, they're like, you know what? Yeah, sounds like a good idea. We want to be part of the United States, so let's enter into negotiations. And then we have this is from the Honduran president. throws down the gauntlet to Trump. She's threatening to kick U.S. military bases out of Honduras if Trump follows through on deporting Honduran nationals. A stunning power play. Will Trump take the bait or call her bluff? Here's this.
Not take Honduran people. I want to express that we hope the new U.S. administration of the democratically elected president, Donald Trump, will be open to constructive and friendly dialogue and not take unnecessary reprisals against our migrants in the face of a hostile attitude of mass expulsion of our brothers. We would have to consider a change in our cooperation policies with the U.S., especially in the military field, where without paying a cent for decades, they maintain military bases on our territory, which in this case would lose all reason to exist in Honduras.
Honduran. Is that what you're going to go ahead and kick out the U.S. military? Let's see here. This was posted, U.S. foreign assistance by country, Honduras, at a glance. This is the foreign aid we send to Honduras. 193, call it $194 billion. That goes to Honduras. Lynn responded to this. Trump should cut off all aid and drop every South American criminal on her doorstep, not just the Hondurans. And Sporkus says the Honduran people will lose. We leave. No base business, plus we drop them off anyway. That part is easy. And the Patriot Voice made this point today, tweeting at Real Donald Trump. Real Donald Trump should get loud about removing America from the UN and the WEF in every capacity. We cannot make America great again without cutting off the globalist roundtable groups forever. And he was quote tweeting Ann Vandersteel. I think Trump should start talking about defunding the UN just to add some more gasoline on the fire. You pull out of the UN and a lot of our problems in this country stop immediately. Now, if I recall, during the first administration, those conversations were being had and the UN took notice. Stephen Miller, he says it's going to be hilarious when Greenland is granted statehood before D.C. and Puerto Rico. Oh boy. Greenland leader calls for independence from Denmark in the wake of Trump's recent comments. And as we look forward to the new Trump administration and the inauguration of President Trump, we have this from RFK Jr., who is going to be in the administration. I'm sure he's going to have a hell of a nomination process. But he revealed that Trump's DOJ will unleash RICO to expose collusion between medical boards, journals, and big pharma, the same collusion that fired good doctors. The medical tyrants are panicking because accountability is coming. He made these remarks at Turning Point Action. Let's listen.
My initial inclination would be to use the Justice Department and the moral authority of the office, but also, the Justice Department should immediately call in begin an investigation of the medical boards and the collusion between the pharmaceutical industry and the medical boards that are delicensing these physicians who actually try to heal patients and try to treat them. The Justice Department will also call in the medical journals that are corrupted by the pharmaceutical industry and explain to them that they're all going to be subject to criminal and civil RICO actions if they don't show us a way that they're going to stop revoking studies and refusing to publish studies that challenge the mercantile interests of pharmaceutical companies. We're going to change the way business is done at NIH.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on. And then we're finding out this. Apple CEO Tim Cook is reportedly donating $1 million to Trump's inaugural committee. That's according to Axios 7 hours ago. And speaking of Apple, this happened. Apple has agreed to pay, did you know this? $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing the company of using Siri to eavesdrop on conversations on iPhones, iPads, and other devices, according to a proposed settlement filed in federal court in Oakland, California. So those, when you're talking on your phone and all of a sudden, like you start seeing those ads pop up in your news feeds? Yeah, they are listening, folks. And now Apple is paying the price, and Tim Cook is paying the price as well, donating $1 million to the inaugural committee. And the other question, given all the things that are happening in the country right now, a question being raised is Biden giving Trump proper intel that he needs and should be provided by law? Here is Karine Jean-Pierre at the White House.
President Trump had communicated on his social media some inaccurate information related to New Orleans early on. Is the president at all concerned about the flow of information and briefing and access to whatever intelligence or whatever he might need in terms of this transition? Is he comfortable with the information flow to the president-elect on matters like this?
I mean, look, and I'm actually glad you asked this question, because one of the things that you all do as a journalist body is that you were able to fact check and say that what was stated by the president-elect was simply false, and I think that is important, right? Which is why we respect the hard work that all of you do. As it relates to the president and the information that he gets, obviously that's something for ODNI if it's related to intelligence and specific information in that nature. I'm not going to speculate beyond that, and I'm just going to leave it there.
President Trump had communicated.
Right? Well, do you remember what Jim Acosta had to say the other day about the false remarks? Well, he got taken to task for those remarks, for him spreading fake news as well. So, look, what's happening? Mexico caving to Trump's immigration policies. Greenland moves towards independence, and world leaders are already repositioning themselves for his return. But here's what the mainstream media won't tell you. This isn't just about Trump. It's about America reclaiming its rightful place as the world's leading superpower. When Trump speaks, world leaders listen. When he makes demands, nations comply. So the question is, are we witnessing the beginning of a Trump world order? One where America's interests finally come first? Share your thoughts below. What other countries will fall in line once Trump returns to office? Don't forget to check out our exclusive limited edition MAGAvengers collection, available now at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.